There is two versions of me. Chaos Cecilia. What was I doing? Or hyper-focus Cecilia, the one who forgets to cover her basic necessities like eating, sleeping, or use the toilet. You're like this too? Then you know that it sucks. So how are we gonna find a nice middle ground? I want to be able to focus, but not so much that I feel tortured by the end of it. So I asked the internet to cure my ADHD, and here's what they said. Make a dumping ground, eliminate distractions, make a list, set goals and deadlines, plan your time, daily exercise, get quality sleep, limit screen time, nourish your brain, belly breathing, withhold criticism, productive procrastination, go with the flow, forget perfectionism. For the next week, I will be implementing these tips and tricks every single day to see if it can cure my concentration issues, or just help a tiny bit, because let's be realistic, it probably won't cure anything. Let us all just admit it, the first thing we all see in the mornings is our phone. For me personally, I get sucked into an unproductive mindset. I'm setting myself up for frustration and failure. So this week, I won't go on any social media apps until after 12 p.m. Create a dumping ground. Take all of your thoughts and write them down, even the silly ones. Now look at it and tell me how much of it actually makes sense to be stressing about. See, it's not that bad, is it? Everything becomes much more clear and manageable when you write it down. Everything is so much, and I'm trying so hard, and every time something like crazy dogs barking, I get so distracted, and it's all the time. And I'm just really discouraged because I keep trying and trying and trying, and I just feel like I can't do it. Like, no matter how many tips and tricks I implement into my day, it's just not. But fuck it, we're gonna try the Pomodoro method now. Let's get set up. The Pomodoro method is where you break your time into sections. You commit to focused work for 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break. After 4 sets of Pomodoros, take a 15 to 30-minute break. It's not my day today. It took me 5 whole minutes to get the lid back on the paint here. I was close to giving up and quitting for the day. Really close. But instead, I remembered to do some deep breathing exercises. And eventually I managed to calm down, get the lid on, and start painting. I have my last round of 25 minutes. It's 25 minutes times 4 and then a longer break. And for my long break, I think I'm gonna go for a run because I haven't done that today and my head is about to explode and I think a run will help. Yeah, my 5-minute break is over, so let's get back into it. I'm noticing a difference in myself. It's just day 3, but keeping my phone at a distance every morning is bringing a calm into my day that I didn't expect. Now, let's talk about goal setting. Goals are tricky. It's important not to set a goal that is wildly out of reach. It needs to be realistic. But if the goal is too small, then it's not interesting. But again, if it's too big, it's overwhelming. So this feels impossible. And that's sometimes why we never begin in the first place. I have no good advice to give for this. All I can say is that we can acknowledge it and through trial and error find a system that works for us individually. My goal for this painting was to be loose and finish within a week before going to Denmark. Spoiler, I didn't. Eliminating distractions. As you can see, this is completely impossible for me. With the dog chaos going on 24/7, the best I can do is to minimize distractions, and I figured out that I can do this by putting Leo on the table. He doesn't dare jump down, and the dog next door barks a lot less if we just don't move at all. And this is just the best I can do until we've moved into our own apartment and I have an art space set up. let's talk about the importance of sleep. I think we all know how important it is. I'm extremely dysfunctional the days I haven't slept well. My ADHD is a million times worse, and I know that I'm just gonna have a bad day. So if you can, cut yourself some slack on days like this because you know it's gonna be bad. So there's no need to make it worse by hating yourself. I think this tip would be good to use in situations where you really don't want to do the thing that you know you should do. Like, say, emptying the dishwasher. I hate emptying it, but I know future me will be so happy I did it. So I tell myself, hey, this sucks, but if you do it now, your night will be a lot easier. Today we went to a town north of Barcelona. We went for a hike, and as you can see, it's absolutely stunning. The days I exercise are better days for me, so I do try to do some kind of movement every single day, whether it's a run, a hike, or some stretching. But there's nothing better than getting out into nature to move your body. Just remember, everyone has their own needs and what's best for their physical and mental health. There can be times in our lives where minimizing activity is the healthy thing, and others where movement feels right. Don't think you have to do as I do. There's no one way. Pain and suffering will occur in 3, 2, 1.
I have food poisoning, and I'm going off to Denmark tomorrow. I was supposed to finish it today. But yeah, I can't finish today because every time I move, I feel like shit. So, yeah.
It's been 2 weeks since I last worked on the painting, and the plan was to finish the painting before I left for Denmark, and I had it all planned out. It was perfect. Then I got the stomach flu, and I spent the day and a half that I had left here to finish everything vomiting. It was horrible. Now my brain is mush. This is where I struggle the most, is getting back into routines. I have no structure, and I have so many things that I want to do that I don't get any of it done because I'm trying to do it all at once, and then what ends up happening is I just exhaust myself so much that I have a little breakdown and I can't do anything. So what a great opportunity to actually take all of these steps to like the big test. And that's going to involve a to-do list because I have so many things that I need and want to do and things that I don't want to do but that I have to do. And I need to go buy paintbrushes because while I was vomiting my brains out, I let my paintbrushes dry up and now they're all dead, which sucks. We're gonna make a to-do list and just try to make all this work because blah. Oh, the dogs, how I have missed this combo. Okay, I haven't talked about this, but the paper that I've been painting on is awful, and I even used gesso, or gesso, please somebody tell me how to pronounce that, to prime the paper. But my oil paints, they're just not laying nicely on the paper, so I've decided to chop it. The small details are impossible to do on this paper, so rather than torture myself, I'm gonna go with the flow and forget perfection and just do what I can. And checking off 2 points I've been struggling with as well. I'm enjoying being back in Barcelona, and today I started painting early because I had a brunch date with a friend. So what a perfect opportunity to talk about the importance of food. Sometimes food is exhausting to me. The fact that I have to figure out what I want to eat, cook, clean, and then eat, no thank you. So typically at lunch, I put it off until I can't put it off anymore, and then I end up eating the most boring thing that you could possibly imagine and the least nutritionally great thing. But I know that if I can get a proper meal, then I'll have a much more successful day. So I do try to plan my way around the inevitable crash I have around lunch by either making extra the night before so I have leftovers, or making sure that there's something easy and nutritious to grab from the fridge. Let's sum up this video, the Pomodoro method. I'm not sure if it's for me. Here's the thing about it. 25 minutes working, 5 to 10 minute break. Those 25 minutes, I could not get myself to focus. By the time I managed to actually get into the zone, my timer was going off and I had to take a break. 5 to 10 minutes was not enough time for me to like zap out of being in the zone and actually chill for a minute. On top of that, I was sitting and looking at my phone, stressed about when the timer would go off. So the babies are playing. So that was really difficult for me. What I ended up doing, and what I recommend, is adjusting your time on and your time off. I found out that the ideal amount of time for me to work is 40 minutes with a 15-minute break in between. I mean, I don't know about you, but I can't pee and take a breath and zone out in 5 minutes. My brain takes a while to quiet down. So definitely adjust the time periods. Louie! No. Lua! Good boy. Staying away from my phone in the morning, I get much more done throughout the day because I'm not in an unproductive mindset. I feel more calm, I'm a lot less stressed. Honestly, just going outside, getting some fresh air. Okay, maybe it's not so fresh here. I live in a city, getting some nice polluted air. But just going outside and getting some sunshine first thing in the morning is wonderful. And if you live in a place where you can't get sun in the mornings, then just go outside and breathe a little. The dumping ground, where you take all of your thoughts and everything that you think you have to do throughout the day. I liked that one too. It really did help me realize how much of the shit that goes on in my head is extremely pointless, and that it's not as urgent as I think it is when it pops into my head. I am extremely good at making many lists and spending all my time and energy on making the perfect list and then never actually completing the list. I don't know if it's just me that has this problem. I much more enjoy writing the list than completing the tasks on the list. I will say that my ability to concentrate has not improved. I think I'm just in a chaotic time in my life. There is a lot happening. A lot of positive things are happening. That doesn't change the fact that the things around me happening are making it harder and harder for me to concentrate. And I already have a hard time concentrating. Yeah, but we're moving actually tomorrow, so we won't be around Mr. Barks a lot next door. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna go get some lunch. No. That was 2 Tuesdays ago. God damn it. Shh. And then this is too much.